Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be showing you all my mains. So this video was requested in one of my Q&A videos, and I was going to do it anyway, but since I got the request I was even more motivated to do it. So I'm going to basically say my mains for each WCA event that I do, which is most of them, and I'll say what I average, and if I know it, I'll say my PB. So let's start off with 2x2. By the way, I do have all my PBs on a Google document, but I don't have that with me right now, so I do know them, but just not off the top of my head. But 2x2, I use the Moyu Lingpo. It is really nice. I kind of like it better than a Dion. I don't own a Dion, but I really like the feel of this, and I don't think anything could really beat it for me. On here, I average somewhere in the 5-second range. And my PB is in the low 1 seconds. I think it's like 1.03 or something like that. Next is my 3x3 main, which is the Moyu Aolong version 1. As many of you know, this cube is very nice and smooth, especially after re-lubing it. It got very nice and very fast, so I really love this cube. My PB on it is a 10.808, I think, and I average around 17 or so. I'm trying to get faster, but I'm working on it. So my 4x4 main, unsurprisingly, is the Moyu Aosu, which, in my opinion, is just the best 4x4 on the market. There's really nothing better. Like, M slices are great, the outer layers are great, the center slices on their own, that's awesome too. Really, there aren't any problems I have with this. I absolutely love this 4x4. The only drawback is the price, but I think anybody who's into 4x4 at all should get this. I average around like 115. I was sub 110 at one point, but I kind of stopped practicing. I'm trying to get back into it though. And my PB is a 54-second solve. Now for 5x5. I use the Shengxiao 5x5, but I probably won't for long, because I am planning on getting the Moyu Aochuang pretty soon. Or hopefully I do. It's an okay 5x5. It turns pretty nicely, but the thing is I had to loosen it to make it turn this nicely, and that loosening gives it some popping problems. Yeah. So that's the main problem with the Shengxiao 5x5. Mine just feels very unstable because I don't like it to be slow, but I don't like it to pop. So it's kind of a trade-off, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But on here I do average sub 3 for the most part, more in the 230 range, and my PB, well, I actually had a 159, but on the last turn it popped, so my actual PB is like a 207. My 6x6 main is my Shengxiao 6x6. I don't have a Moyu 6x6, but this is pretty nice. I know many people don't like it. I don't do 6x6 all that much. My PB is like 430 or something, and I don't know what I average. I'm probably in the 5s or 6s for the most part. It's really okay. It will pop sometimes, and it doesn't turn the best out of the Shengxiao big cubes, but it's okay. I don't really hate it, but it's not the best. For 7x7, I use a Shengxiao mini 7x7, because 1, that is all I have, and 2, I feel like it's probably the best, mainly because it fits in my hands very well, better than the big 7x7 does, and because the Moyu Aofu, I'm not sure I would like the pillowedness of it. Maybe once they come out with the square version, which they're supposed to, I might get that. But for now, this one's pretty nice. My PB, I think, is somewhere either... Oh, yeah, my PB is an 859 point something, and I really average like in the 9s. I don't practice 7x7 very often, but I do like to have PBs and averages in every event, so I do it every once in a while, but not in competition yet. So my Pyraminx main, as many of you know, is the Moyu Pyraminx, and I just failed there. Moyu Pyraminx. Once again, as many of you know, Pyraminx is my favorite event, even more so than 3x3. On here I average around 6 seconds, but lately I have been getting more and more sub 6 averages, so I'm hoping at the next competition I can get sub 5 and maybe podium. But yeah, my PB on here is a 1.6 something. I broke it very recently and I was super excited. The Moyu Pyraminx is just great. You can watch my review on it. I absolutely love this cube. My Megaminx main is the Dion stickerless Megaminx with ridges. I know it's not competition legal yet because it's stickerless, but I know stickerless cubes probably are going to be legal in 2015, which is why I took the risk of getting this. I quite like it. It's a little bit bumpy, but I do prefer it more than the Shengshao, and I do like the ridges too. On here I average around the 230 range. I haven't been practicing as much lately, but I'm somewhere around there, and my personal best is a 154. My square one main is the Calvin square one, which I feel like is the best square one. I really like it. It's very smooth, especially after loosening and lubing. To start with, it was just okay, but now it's much better. I'm not all that good at square one, but I do like to do it every once in a while, and I average probably around a minute, and my PB is somewhere in the 30-second range. I think like 38 or something. And my Skewb main is the Shengshao Skewb currently. I do not have a MOU, but I have one coming in the mail from Light Take. It got lost in the mail, and they reshipped it to me, which is really awesome. So hopefully I'm getting that soon. I don't know, it's the only time anything's ever gotten lost in the mail from Light Take, but I'm glad they're reshipping it. It might become my main, but I don't know. I really like the Shengshao now, and I really don't have any complaints with it. And I did take the ball bearings and springs out of this, which, in my opinion, made it much better. And on here, on the Skewb, I average around 11 to 12 seconds, and my PB, I believe, is a 2.8. Also, I just figured I'd bring it up. My one-handed main is also my MOU Along V1. I use this for all 3x3 events, including blindfolded, when I do it, so this is just my main for everything. Except for this cube, the Dian Guhong version 1, which is my 3x3 with feet main, which I don't do very often, but when I do, I use this. I'll show you why. It is extremely loose, about as loose as it can get without completely exploding. When you do this, the pieces pop out. Like that. This cube is insanely loose for two-handed or one-handed solving, and I do not like it for that, but for feet, it is pretty perfect for me. So, I like that. To finish off this video, I'm just going to show you a T-perm on here. Thanks for watching.